Hi guys, I'm October, but you can call me Toby. Thanks for joining me for part 2 of creating Kinney the dog. So we'll finish off the pattern for Kinney the dog today. As always, if you do make your own little version, I really want to see it. So tag me on Instagram or TikTok or here on YouTube. Let's jump into it. To make the tail, I'm going to start off using my acrylic 8-ply yarn just to create the magic ring. Since the tail has such a narrow tip, creating the magic ring in the chenille I think was going to be way too difficult, and the 8-ply is just a nice little trick to have a very neat end without a heap of struggle creating the magic ring in the chenille, which I find it doesn't pull closed as nicely as I would like it to all of the time. Round 1 will be 4 single crochets into the magic ring. I am going to stop at the end of round 1 here and tie off my magic ring, or well, tie off the acrylic yarn just so that that's already dealt with and I don't have to remember to do it later. Round 2 will be a single crochet, then an increase, and you'll do that twice, which will result in 6 single crochets around. For round 3 through to round 9, you will be doing 6 single crochets around. So this is a pretty narrow tail, and the only widening happens in round 10. Round 10 will be 2 single crochet and an increase. We'll do that twice, which will result in 8 stitches around. Round 11 will be the last round for the tail, and that's just 8 single crochet around. You can fasten off and leave a nice long tail for sewing this onto the body. At this point, you can also add some stuffing. To make the back legs, I am going to start off with a magic ring. I'll be doing this in the 8-ply acrylic just so that I can get this magic ring sealed off nice and tight. I'll be doing 6 single crochet into the magic ring. be sure to tie off the magic ring once you have closed it off nice and tightly. Just tie off those ends, those loose ends, before continuing on. Round 2 will be 6 increases. Round 3 will be 12 single crochet. Round 4 will be a single crochet and a decrease, repeated 4 times. This should leave you with 8 stitches around. Rounds 5 and 6 will be 8 single crochet around. Round 7 will be 2 increases, 2 decreases, then 2 increases, resulting in 10 stitches around. Round 8 will be 3 increases, 2 decreases, and then 3 increases, resulting in 14 stitches around. Round 9 will be 3 increases, 4 decreases, and 3 increases, resulting in 16 stitches around. Round 10 will be an increase and a single crochet, repeated twice, then a decrease, a single crochet, repeated twice, another decrease, and then an increase and a single crochet, repeated twice. This should leave you with 17 stitches around. For round 11, we'll be doing 17 single crochet, Round 12 will be a decrease, 4 single crochet, a decrease, 1 single crochet, a decrease, 4 single crochet, finishing off with a decrease. You should have 13 stitches around. Round 13 will be 13 single crochet around. Add your stuffing. Round 14 will be a single crochet, then a decrease, 3 single crochet, then a decrease, 3 single crochet, then a decrease. This should leave you with 10 stitches. Round 15 will be a decrease and 3 single crochet repeated twice. This should leave you with 8 stitches. You can fasten off, add any extra stuffing, and then use the tail that you've left to close off the opening. Repeat this pattern to make a second leg. For the front legs, I'll be using the 8-ply acrylic yarn to do my magic rings. These are quite small magic rings, so I want to be able to close them nice and tight and neatly. I'll then be doing 6 single crochet for round 1 into that magic ring. After this, make sure to tie off the tails of your magic ring so you don't forget. Round 2 will be 6 increases, leaving you with 12 stitches. Round 3 will be a single crochet and a decrease, repeated 3 times, then 3 single crochet. This should reduce your stitches to 9. Round 4 will be 9 single crochet. Round 5 will be a decrease and 7 single crochet. This should reduce your stitches to 8. Round 6 will be 8 single crochet, as will round 7, round 8 and round 9. So round 6, 7, 8 and 9 will be 8 single crochet. Both of the front legs up until round 9 are the same. After this, they'll be divided into patterns for the left leg and for the right leg. We're currently working on the left leg here, and the next round will actually be a row. So you're going to finish off round 9 by slip stitching into the initial single crochet as usual. Then you'll chain 1 as usual, but do not turn the work. Although we're not working in the round, we will be continuing in the same forward motion as we have been. And row 10 will now be 5 single crochet along. I did place a second stitch marker in to the 6th single crochet just to make sure that I left those last 3 single crochet empty, just to remind myself. So you're welcome to do that too, that might help. Chain 1 and turn. Row 11 will be 5 single crochet along. Chain 1, turn. Row 12 will be a decrease, then 3 single crochet. Chain 1 and turn. Row 13 is the last row. We'll be doing a decrease and 2 single crochet. You can fasten this off here, add some stuffing, and you'll add the last little bit of stuffing when this is actually attached to the body. So here is the right leg. I've done rounds 1 through 9 already. As I said, they're the same for the right leg as they are for the left leg. The next round will be a row, which is row 10. So I'm just going to hold up the leg against the body just to ensure that this is the height that I want it, and it is. So we'll move forward with these rows. Putting my hook back in for row 10. Once you do that, chain 1 to finish off the last round. We will be turning and working backwards compared to what we've been working in the rounds. Row 10 is 5 single crochet, chain 1 and turn. Row 11 is 5 single crochet, chain 1 and turn. Row 12 is a decrease, then 3 single crochet, chain 1 and turn. And row 13 is a decrease and 2 single crochet. You can fasten off here. Add your stuffing. And the last little bit of stuffing will be added as this is attached to the body. And you can see how that will sit against the body at the front of the chest there. I did find making the front legs like this allowed me to sew them on more smoothly to the body. There wasn't such a obvious division between the body and the front legs doing it this way. Time to sew the whole thing together now. So I'm just going to lay everything out so that I can make sure I'm happy with the whole piece, like all the pieces together. I'll start with the ears. These will be sewn onto the head. Personally, I started with the inner corner between round 7 and 8 and the outer corners at about round 10 or 11. And I sort of just curved them a little bit so that they would sit how I like. Next I sewed on the back legs, making sure to position them with the front legs pinned in place as well so that I could make sure the posture of the dog was how I liked it. Then I sewed on the front legs and the head. Lastly, I sewed on the tail. I did use the 8-ply acrylic yarn to sew on front and back legs, head and tail, and then I went over them with the chenille yarn just to make sure the 8-ply yarn, because it's a touch darker, wasn't visible. But I used the 8-ply yarn because it is a stronger yarn than the chenille. I wanted to make sure that the stitches didn't have any chance of being ripped apart if this gets vigorously played with. And that is the whole dog sewn together, so now it's time to move on to embroidery. Let's do the embroidery now. I'm going to be using 8-ply yarn, it's acrylic, to do my embroidery. I have black, I have this lovely warm brown or amber, and I'll also be using a white. I won't actually end up using the cotton that I have there. I'll be using the Dolce chenille in white for the whites of my eyes. Starting off with the nose, come out where I think I would like the nose to start on one side of the snout, and then I'm just going to embroider this across. You'll see I give it a slight heart shape as I move forward, and then just ensure I just go back and forth over it until I'm happy with the overall shape. If you have a preference in the way that you embroider noses, then go ahead and use that. I'd love to see it. And also I have found some plastic noses that are sort of felted, and you can actually just insert them into your amigurumi, but it just depends on the overall look that you like. I chose embroidery for this dog since it's going to my niece. She's quite young and I really didn't want to risk having any plastics on it that she could potentially pull off, chew off and swallow. Moving on to the eyes, I'm just going to work out where I want them with a couple of pins. I'll come in with the amber yarn first, and all I do is go back and forth until I have a shape I'm happy with. I was looking for a sort of almond, oval, round, general shape. I do this on both sides and make sure that they're even. Then I'll go in with the black to create a pupil and just do a single stitch through with the white chenille to create an eye shine. I did go back over the tops of these, well, almost around 3/4 actually, with the Dolce warm brown, just to soften the effect of the eyes. They did look much more uncanny than they do in this result to start off with, before I added the brown chenille around them again. If you don't feel like embroidering eyes, you are welcome to use eye inserts or felted eyes or any other kind of eye that you like to use on your amigurumi. That's it for today's tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the pattern for Kinney the dog. I really enjoyed creating this, and I think the side profile is my favorite part of it, honestly. If you have a go yourself and make your own little version, I would love to see it. You can tag me on Instagram or TikTok or here on YouTube, and let me know what you thought as well. I know the embroidered eye look is not for everybody. I do think there is like a level of uncanny to it, but at the same time I think it's pretty cute, and it allowed me to incorporate the amber colour of my sister's dog's eyes. And since this is for my little niece who's just hitting her sort of like toddlerish years, I did not want to have plastic eyes on it that she could potentially pull out and swallow. So embroidered eyes for this one. I will be making other versions with the same pattern in an upcoming video. I plan to do this as a Maltese, so I will be using some very different yarn for that, and then I would like to see how the pattern turns out in a couple of other yarns as well. So if you would like to catch those videos and see how this pattern turns out when it is, I think it'll be smaller and fluffier, then hit subscribe down below, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.